What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be taking you on a little tour of my home gym here, just to show you some of the stuff that I've gathered over the years, some of the equipment that I use, how to use some of this equipment. But really, I want to show you guys all the equipment that I bought that was very helpful, especially when the COVID pandemic was going on and I didn't have access to my gym. So here's the gym, and let me show you what I have. First piece of equipment is the ultimate body dip bars. These are definitely something I would recommend buying for your home gym. If you live in an apartment, they're very compact. And the good thing about these is that you can do a lot of different movements on them. You can do dips, you can do rows, you can do handstand work, you can do planche work. These are just very, very good to have around. They're pretty affordable, and as I mentioned, they are pretty compact. So they're not going to take up a whole lot of room, whether it's in your apartment or in a garage like I have here. Now, the second piece of equipment I would consider investing in is a pull-up bar. Now, this one's a bit more heavy duty than what you might want to get. And I do have some more home-friendly versions, just one that you mount to a door frame. But the one good thing about this is that there's a good amount of clearance away from the wall. So if you're doing any type of front lever work, you don't have to worry about your head banging up against the wall, which is very nice. And a pull-up bar is really just great value when you're thinking about bodyweight fitness or calisthenics, because you can develop a very strong back, basically just doing pull-ups, but you can also do chin-ups on this as well as any sort of calisthenic skill work like front levers. Now, when it comes to parallettes, I've owned quite a few pairs over the years, and I've never really been too happy with any of the ones I've owned. I've always had a couple of flaws here and there, but these parallettes are easily the best parallettes that I owned. They are by Gravity Fitness, as you can see here. I believe they have a lifetime warranty, and they are just the best parallettes I've ever owned, and I think they're the best that you can find on the market. They're made almost entirely out of steel. They are very heavy duty. There's no wiggle in them, which is an issue I've found with some other parallettes. You just can't go wrong with the Gravity Fitness parallettes. I mean, they are just well built. They feel durable. They feel like they're built to last, even though they have a lifetime warranty. You just can't go wrong here. If you're gonna get one set of parallettes and you can only get one for the rest of your life, Gravity Fitness parallettes are definitely the ones to get. Now, with that said, if you're not going to be doing any sort of planche work or handstand work, this is probably something you can save a little bit of money on. Planche is just something I've been training quite a bit. I do a lot of handstand work, so parallettes are kind of a must for me, but if it doesn't fit into your training, then you're more than welcome to skip this one. Now, I forgot to mention it earlier because the Gravity Fitness parallettes are so good, but the Vita Vibes are the next best choice. And these are good even if you don't want to do handstands, you don't want to do planches, anything like that. They're just good to have around because some people tend to have issues doing push-ups, their wrist hurts, and these are a great solution to that. Keeps your wrists in a more neutral position so that you can still do a push-up without placing any stress on your wrist. So Vita Vibe parallettes, solid choice. I've had these for years. I love them. Next up on the list, and I believe this is probably the most valuable piece of equipment you could have for a home gym, the kettlebells. Now, these are the first kettlebells I've ever owned. I bought them off of Amazon, but since then, I have upgraded to the Rogue kettlebells. I got matching sets for a few different weights. But if you don't want to spend that much on Rogue kettlebells, I totally get it, and I would recommend just getting some of these from Amazon. The good thing about kettlebells is that they are both effective and very portable. And if I could only have one piece of equipment for the rest of my life, kettlebells would be it. You can get a great workout in, you can get great cardio in, they are portable, you can take them anywhere. Kettlebells are just amazing. I tend to avoid rubber ones, but that's just a personal preference. I like the metal ones. But kettlebells are awesome. They're relatively affordable, and you can't go wrong with them, regardless of basically what you're training. You can get in a great workout in a very short amount of time, and they are just an awesome piece of equipment that checks off a lot of boxes. Eventually with body weight though, you're going to hit a level to where it's going to be a little bit harder to make certain movements harder, like a push-up. You want to make a push-up harder. A great way to do that is with a weighted vest. Now this is a purchase that I pushed off for a long time because I was very picky about what I wanted out of a vest, and a lot of the vests didn't meet the requirements, but this one is perfect. This is the Mir short weighted vest, and that is one of the things I actually really like about this vest. A lot of vests, for whatever reason, come down to your waist, or they even come down like to your upper thigh. This one sits very high. It's like mid-stomach. So the good thing with that is you have a lot of mobility in your legs. If you're doing like hanging leg raises, it's not going to get in the way. There's a lot of shoulder mobility, so you can still do pull-ups, rows, anything like that. And then as far as the weights go, they come with these little weighted blocks. That was probably loud. And you just stick the weights into these little pouches and adjust the weight as needed. If you want less weight, you just take these out. If you want more, you just add them in. Mir weighted vest, awesome product. It is pricey, but I can tell you, if you're looking for a weighted vest, this is the one to get. You're not gonna be mad about your purchase. Now, one piece of equipment that I would really recommend, but it is a little bit harder if you're living in an apartment or you just don't have the space to install these, but gymnastics rings. I have these by Titan Fitness. I'm very happy with them. I like wooden handles. I feel like I just have a little bit better grip. I think they hold chalk better as opposed to like plastic or nylon or whatever they use. I like the wooden gymnastics rings. These are also very versatile, very great. You can do dips on them. You can do planche work if you're strong enough for that. You can do rows. Rings are also great if you don't quite have the strength to do certain movements yet. So if you can't do a body weight row, you can adjust these kind of like TRX bands in a standing position and just row like that. But again, these are very deceptive pieces of equipment. Even just doing body weight dips on rings is very hard, but I get it. Depending on where you live, depending on what you have available to you, it can be a little bit hard to install these and have them just ready to go whenever. But if you are at all concerned or at all worried that rings aren't going to get you stronger, they will get you stronger. So definitely look into buying rings if strength and calisthenics and bodyweight fitness is your goal. Another great piece of equipment to have around are a set of resistance bands. Now these are a set of bands that I got with Tribe Fitness. They come with this cute little bag, and in that bag are also a bunch of different bands with a bunch of different weight resistances. But these are great to have around. You can do stuff like bicep curls with them. You know, you can just add on as many bands as you need. I also do them for warm-ups whenever I'm doing planche work. Kind of do these supinated band raises. I guess that's what you would call them. Just to warm up my shoulders, because I know when I'm doing planche work, I'm gonna have that heavy forward lean. There's gonna be a lot of stress on my shoulders. So these are just a great way, in addition to just doing stuff like push-ups, just to get those shoulder joints warm and ready for any sort of planche training that you're gonna do. Solid, great for being on the road. If you're gonna be in a hotel room, you could even do stuff like overhead presses. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do with these, but they're cheap, very portable, effective, and I'd recommend getting a pair. And last but not least, because we all love cardio, right? We have the jump rope. Probably one of my favorite forms of cardio to do, because it's not as hate my lifey as high intensity interval training, but it's not as boring as just steady state cardio. And this jump rope I bought from Crossrope. Now these are pricey jump ropes, and I did hesitate on buying them for the longest time, but I can say with confidence now that I've had them for a year or two that these are definitely worth the money if you're into jump roping. If you're not, maybe buy a cheap $5 one from Walmart or something just to see if you're gonna like it. But just like The tribe resistance bands I showed you earlier, these also come with a cute little bag, and these hold the different size ropes that you get. And that's actually one of the great things, that's actually one of the great things about the cross rope, is that they have this handle and this attachment. So you just unclip your handle from both ropes, pick a different rope, put the handles back on, and now you have a heavier weighted rope. Yeah, it's $100 for a jump rope, but it feels like it's built to last. You have the option of getting heavier ropes, lighter ropes, depending on what you're doing. The handles feel really good. They're not too small, not too big. They feel really good in your hand. And I just love them. They're just a great product. I have a lot of heavy ropes that I honestly don't use. If you're looking for a good reference range, I would say that the half-pound rope, as I struggle to get this damn handle on, it's normally not that hard. The half-pound rope is probably my favorite because it's a mix of having some weight, but then not being so heavy to where it's just totally taxing you. Whereas when you get to some of these heavier ropes, like this thick 2-pound black rope, that's a workout, that's a struggle. You jump rope for like 15 seconds, your arms are on fire, and that's not really what I'm looking for whenever I'm doing jump rope. I kind of want to just get the reps in, get my heart rate high, and I feel like the half-pound is a good balance between being heavy enough to where you do feel it in your arms, but being light enough to where you're not gassed out after 30 seconds. And the other good thing about jump ropes, they're also very portable. You can take them anywhere. So if you're traveling, you're going to a conference, you have something for work, there's really no excuse. You can bring these, you can do them in a hotel room, you can go out into the parking lot at a hotel room. There's really no excuse not to get in a workout if you have jump ropes around. They're just a great piece of equipment to have. Now, if you're looking to take your game to the next level, if you want to use all of this equipment and get effective bodyweight workouts at home, I have a free book, Bodyweight Basics, which you can download by clicking the link in the description. I go over various exercises that I use with this equipment, show you how to do all of them, break it down picture by picture, step by step, very easy to follow. Again, that book is free. It is called Bodyweight Basics, and you can get it in the link below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel, greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time.